Hi guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is Sydney and my hair is extraordinarily messy today because I tried to do like a scrunchie bun, but I suck at doing my hair, so it just resulted in like this crazy messy bun, but we're just gonna roll with it today. But on my channel, I like to talk about cruelty-free indie makeup and shopping my stash, being on a no-buy. So if that sounds like something that you guys would enjoy watching, content that you would enjoy consuming, definitely consider subscribing. But today's video is going to be my post no-buy wish list. So when I'm filming this, it's actually October 31st, and that means I have 25 or 26 more days left on my no buy, technically my initial end date. And so I'm kind of starting to plan out like what I want to grab during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, if I really want to grab anything. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of share with you guys the things that I kind of have my eye on. I'm not necessarily even planning on purchasing all of these things on Black Friday. These are just kind of things that I'm like, you know what, I would like to pick that up in the near future, so after my no buy ends. So without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, you guys, so this first product is like a palette of years past. This palette has been haunting me for so long, and it's actually, okay, it's not the only eyeshadow palette on here, but I don't have a lot of eyeshadow on here, which is really shocking because you guys know eyeshadow is my weakness. But it's the Moonspell palette from Lunar Beauty. It's actually 25% off today, which is slightly killing me because I'm like, maybe I should grab it. Maybe it's gonna sell out, but I'm not gonna grab it. I'm gonna be good. But for some reason, I just can't get this palette out of my head, you guys. The packaging is beautiful. The branding is incredible. I love all the names of the shades. The color story is gorgeous. Do I think it's crazy unique and something that I don't already own? No. But also, it's haunting all of my dreams. So really considering grabbing this one on Black Friday or Cyber Monday if they have a really good deal on it. I definitely couldn't justify buying this full price because, again, it's not crazy unique to my collection, but I feel like I have, I don't want to say like rules for myself, but like if I have something, even if it's not super unique to my collection and I cannot forget about it after like, has this been out for a year or 2 years? I feel like it might be 2 years that this palette has been out. If I've been holding on to this palette and holding on to this want for this palette for so long, maybe I should get it, you know? I'm just saying, maybe. Okay, next up is a palette that when it launched, I feel like everyone was super excited about it. And I was like excited and intrigued, but I wasn't completely sold from the get-go, and that is the Arthurine palette from Kaleido Cosmetics. This is their blush palette. Okay, let's talk about the packaging for a second. That bear is the freaking cutest. I just love him so much. I feel like the more that Menagerie goes like kind of like cutesy animals with their packaging, the more I don't mind the animal packaging because that's been a gripe of mine in the past. But I just think this palette is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. It's so unique and unlike any other blush that I have in my collection. And I'm also like halfway super intrigued by this palette because I can use it as eyeshadow as well. So I'm kind of low-key thinking about grabbing this one. It is pretty expensive. It's $54. That's a lot of money to spend on blush, especially when I already have so much blush. So I'm not like 110% sure I'm going to be grabbing this one, but it's definitely one that's on my radar and something that's stuck with me through my no-buy that I'm still kind of like thinking about grabbing. Next up, we have a product from e.l.f. and this is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I love the idea of a more radiant setting powder, especially for my under eyes. I feel like I really struggle in the winter time as we enter those colder months with my under eyes looking really dry. Even if they don't look dry like on the onset of the day, by the end of the day they're looking a little crusty, a little old. So I would love to find a setting powder that just kind of like smooths and blurs all that like all day long, and even better if it's from e.l.f. at the drugstore. And I think this is like $6 or something super cheap like that. So this is definitely one that I would like to try. I'm currently trying to work through my Beauty Bakery flour powder, and this is okay. I just don't love Beauty Bakery. I just don't really love their business practices. So I would like to use that up and get it out of my collection before I buy this powder. But I may make an exception as it gets colder and I have the need for more of a luminous setting powder, because that one's more of just like a straight up, I wouldn't call it like a matte setting powder, but it's definitely more of like a it's between a satin and a matte, you know? It doesn't add any luminosity to my skin, but it also doesn't completely mattify it, you know? Next up, we have the Jumbo palette from Adept. This is called the Adept palette. I believe this is the one that holds 100 eyeshadows. So I just did a video like a couple weeks ago about eyeshadow palettes that I really wanted to pot, but I'm actually out of single palette or empty magnetic palette space. So I would really love to grab something like this, because I feel like for me, how I use my singles is I store a large majority of them just kind of like jumbled across quite a few empty magnetic palettes, but then I like to take the time to curate smaller palettes in my like smaller empty magnetic palettes. So I feel like having something like this would be really great to just kind of store like my currently unused single shadows while I'm kind of rotating through other ones in curated palettes. So I think this would be a really fantastic buy. This is the one thing on this list that I'm like 110% sure I'm buying on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever. Alright, you guys, you know I had to throw some single shadows on here. Some shadows that are really calling my name because they're just like so unique and crazy beautiful are the Looksy Beauty Butterfly Kisses collection. I'm just gonna insert a screenshot of like their feed where they have all the shadows like together, because these shadows are so shifty and insane and incredible, and I think they're very affordable. They're $3 each. Like, you cannot beat that. I almost feel like these are almost multi-chromes. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. And I have used my single shadows so much when I've been on my no buy. I don't foresee myself stopping that in the future, so I feel like adding a couple more to the collection would not be the worst thing in the world, you know? And then the final product that's just been like eating away at my brain is the Sigma Untamed palette. Every time I see this palette, I go through this phase. I especially went through like a really hard phase with this palette a couple of weeks ago because it was on sale for half off. But every time I see this palette, I go through this phase of obsessing over it, drooling over it, stalking it, seeing if it's on sale, adding it to my cart, seeing what the total would be, talking myself out of it, and then 2 weeks later I'm back in love with it. So I love the color story. I feel like, again, it's not crazy unique, so it's not something that I could justify buying full price, but it's so pretty. And I just feel like the color story is so inspiring and so fall and so grungy, and I'm really feeling it, you guys. So that concludes my post no buy wish list, you guys. Oh wait, no, I forgot. The Rare Beauty mini sets. I'm not done yet. I lied. These sets are also on my wish list, although I've kind of put it out into the universe as to which one I may or may not get. I asked for both of them for Christmas. Well, I sent both of them to the same person. I was like, I can't decide between these, so if you want to get me one, it's your pick. But I think these are just incredible little mini sets. Again, I've said this many times, I wanted to try Rare Beauty so badly when they launched, but I was on my no buy, so I'm so excited that they released this little mini format for anyone who wanted to try the brand, and I would really like to try it. So that concludes my no buy. Now we're done, or my no buy post no buy wish list. I'm only 2 videos in, you guys. I've got 2 more to film. I gotta get it together. But that concludes this video. I hope that you guys found it entertaining. I feel like these purchases are so much more better informed than purchases I may have been making before just on impulse, and I'm really excited about that. Again, I haven't really decided how I'm going to let myself like purchase makeup now. Am I going to stick to my no buy? Am I going to allow myself like 1 order a month, like 1 new item a month? I don't know. I'm really truly enjoying my collection, so I don't really want to like jump off the no buy train, because I feel like if I totally jump off of it, then I don't know if I'm gonna revert back to my old ways. I'd kind of like to stay like this for a little bit longer, just kind of flex this muscle and make it a little bit stronger, so then when I do let myself buy makeup again, I know I'm making those good purchasing decisions. But let me know down below if you guys are on a low buy or no buy. What is on your wish list to get after it's over? I'd love to chat about it with you down below. But I'm gonna stop blabbering on for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!